Hi, this is Lauren Peterson at the Yoga Salon, and today I'm going to give you a class that emphasizes the joints. So we're going to loosen up the wrists, the ankles, the shoulders, and the hips. Okay, we're going to start on our backs. First, just lay back and take a couple great big deep breaths. Draw the air in through the nose towards the back of the throat, so bypassing the nasal area, but deep in towards the back of the throat. Feel the rib cage expand as you inhale. And let your body relax as you exhale. So take a few minutes here, a few moments, to transition from everything else going on in your day, to bring your awareness into your body, into your breath, so that as you go through the practice, you're fully present, just right here, right now. And then simply bend the elbows, interlace the fingers right in front of the chest, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. And then reach the hands up overhead and stretch the legs out straight. Let your back arch. Just press the palms out, press the feet out. Take another big deep breath there. And then inhale, take the wrists back up over the shoulders, turn the palms towards you. Switch the finger cross, so the other hand crosses on top. Flip the palms out and up and take them up and over again. For a couple big deep breaths. And inhale, let the hands come back up towards the ceiling and unhook the fingers and then just circle your hands around. Just loosen up the wrists. Just let the fingers spread kind of like a Belizean dancer. And then reverse the circle, go in the opposite direction. And then spread your fingers wide and make fists. And spread the fingers wide and make fists. Just get some mobility. Spread wide and make fists. And then soften the elbows, relax the hands, vigorously shake your arms. Just let the hands flop around, soft, loose wrists. And then let the arms come down and take the feet up and circle the feet around. So loosen up the ankles. And go in the other direction. Try to get the toes spreading and pointing. And flex the feet back, and then point the toes like a dancer. And flex back, and point. And one more time, flex back, and point. And then let the knees bend and shake your legs and relax your ankles. Try to let the feet just flop so the ankles are loose. And then give the knees a little hug. And just rock from side to side, massaging the back into the floor. And come to center. And curl the forehead up towards the knees, exhaling. And inhale, relax down. Use more core than arms here. Curl up. Exhale and inhale, come down. And curl up and grab hold of the right knee. Pull the right leg into the chest, take the left leg up, and then let the head come down. Inhale and flex the foot, and point the toe, exhale, lower the leg. And flex the foot up. Now you're welcome to keep a hold of the right knee, but it's a little bit harder if you let go. Use your core to pull the thigh in, number 2, and flex the foot up. Push the small of the back down, number 3. and flex it up, inhale, and exhale it down, 4, and flex it up, inhale, and exhale down, 5. Take the hands behind the head, lift it up, the shoulders twist towards the right leg, keep the left leg going, 1 for 5, inhale up, try to get the elbow past the knee, 2, and inhale, lift it up, small of the back pushing down, 3, and inhale up, and exhale down, 4, and inhale up, and exhale, let the leg lower down, 5, and inhale it up one more time, and exhale all the way down to the floor. Now give the knee a little hug, and then pull the right knee open to the right side, so you start to open up the hip. Keep the left leg active, you can even take the left hand on the left thigh to keep your pelvis stable. And then just let go of the right knee and let the right leg circle around. So make like you're drawing a circle with your knee, loosening up the hip, 1. And circle it around. The knee can cut across the body as it comes in, 2. Use your core to keep the pelvis stable, 3. Drawing the navel in towards the spine, and 4. And 5, and when the knee comes towards you, pause, and then reverse, circle it inward, 1. Keep the left leg active, and 2. And 3. Four. And 5, and give the knee a little squeeze. Curl the forehead up to the right knee, reach across with the left hand, and take the right foot over the left hip, and roll the knee open towards the ground in a half lotus. And then let the shoulders and head come back down. Just take a couple of big deep breaths here. And pull the right knee in, pull the left leg in. Curl the forehead up towards the legs. Grab a hold of the left knee and take the right leg up and let the head go back down. Inhale, flex the foot, and exhale, lower the leg, 1. And flex the foot up. And again, you can either hold the knee, or if you want to work a little harder, don't hold the knee too. Try to use your core to pull the thigh in. Inhale up, and exhale down, 3. And up, and down, 4. And bring it up, and lower it down, 5. Small to the back, pressing into the floor. Inhale up, take the hands behind the head. Twist to the left leg, exhale, lower, 1. And inhale up, and exhale, lower, 2. And inhale up, and exhale, lower, 3. And up, and down, 4. And up, and down, 5. And bring it up, and let it go all the way down to the mat, and lay down. And open the knee to the side, take a little stretch here. Right hand can come onto the right thigh to stabilize the pelvis. And then release the knee and let the knee draw a full circle around for 5 times. 1. Moving any objects in your way, 2. And 3. 4. And 5, and then reverse it. Circle in the opposite direction, 1. And 2. 3. Keep the right leg active. 4. And 5. And bring the knee in. Curl up towards the left knee, reach across with the right hand, and take the left foot over the right hip, roll the knee down towards the floor, open up, and breathe here, 5 breaths in a half lotus. left knee a little squeeze, give the right knee a little squeeze. Again, rock a bit side to side, just evening out the back. And then rock up to sitting up and move over to the hands and knees. So if you have sensitive knees, just have a blanket handy. You can put it under the knees because we'll be doing a couple things on the knees. First, just loosening up the spine, press up into cat tilt, or cat stretch. Go wide with the shoulder blades, tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. Take an extra breath here. And then bend the back and inhale into dog tilt. Pull the sternum forward, squeeze the elbows in, tilt the sit bones up. And take an extra breath here. And then exhale into cat. And inhale into dog. This is also called cow tilt. Do that twice more. Exhale into cat. And inhale into dog. And exhale into cat. And inhale into dog. And turn the toes under. Come into downward facing dog. So press into the whole palm of the hand so you're not just collapsing into the wrist. Pull the shoulders back. Try to get a straight line from the wrists to the shoulders up to the hips. If the hamstrings are tight, you might keep the knees a little bent. Or straighten the legs, and this being the first down dog, feel free to move a little bit with it. You can bend one knee, stretch all the toes, since this is a joint class. Get the toe joints stretched out, it's always good to do that. Stretch the straight leg, heel down, so you get into the hamstring, the calf, and the Achilles. And then come onto your knees. And you're going to come back almost like you're going to child's pose, but we're going to walk the hands out in front so it's not like you're really resting in child's pose. We're going to open up the shoulders here. So like spiders, crawl into the edge of the mat. Walk your hands out forward. And just let the chest open up, let the shoulders open up. And then look forward and come onto the elbows. Inhale, bring the chest and the chin towards the thumbs. And exhale, take it back. When you go back, the elbows might come up. Do that one more time. Squeeze the elbows in close and drop the chest and the chin down. Inhale. And exhale, come back. And one more time. Inhale, come forward. Now this is a little tricky. See if you can come forward, take the chest and the chin forward, let the elbows come up, and lay down on your belly. And then come into Sphinx pose. Prop yourself up on the forearms. The wrists apart, the elbows in. Chest up and gently pull the chest forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Push the tops of the feet into the floor. Sphinx pose 2. And 3. 5. Now, if you're comfortable with it, you can take a breath or two with the elbows up. If your shoulders hike up, then just keep the elbows back down. So lift up a little bit, pull the chest forward, shoulders back and down, long neck, and then lower down. Now slide the hands back by the rib cage. And I want you to push up to the hands and the knees. Come into cat tilt. And exhale, come back to where we started this. We're going to put that into a flow. Look forward. come onto the elbows. Exhale, chest and the chin come down. Peel up into cobra. Inhale, and press into the hands, take it all the way back. Exhale, and come forward. Inhale, arch the back up. Press into the hands to cat tilt. Exhale, take it all the way back and forward. And inhale into your back bend, spinal extension. And press into the hands. And exhale, take it back. And take a moment here, a breath or two. You can take the hands back if you want, or make a pillow with your hands. So finally a little rest in child's pose, here or here. And then reach the hands forward. And we're gonna actually reverse that. So you're gonna come up into cat. And then you're gonna let the hips move towards the wrists. So you're gonna inhale into your back bend. And let the chest come down, the hips come up. Exhale, push it all the way back and come up. Inhale, let the back bend. Dip the chest and the chin down, the hips up. You can go to the elbows, exhale, push it back. And up. Inhale, let the back arch. And exhale, chest and the chin down, push it back. And one more time, inhale, come up. And let the back arch. And then exhale, lower. And once again, we're gonna come to Sphinx pose. But this time, interlace the fingers. I'm gonna put my little timer on here for this. You're gonna do a forearm plank. So turn the toes under and lift your hips up and hold it. Just work the core. If this is too difficult for anyone, take the knees down. Try to have slow, steady, calm, deep breaths. Not for very long at all. Just about 30 seconds. And then let the knees come down and let your hips pop up. So one more shoulder stretch here. Anahata Asana, heart opening asana. Work the elbows in a little closer. Take the knuckles up and drop the chest and the chin down. Open up the triceps, open up the upper back. Breathe. And while you're here, switch the finger cross. And then come on up to the hands and the knees. And into downward facing dog. And then walk to the front of your mat. Just come forward. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward. And inhale, come on up to standing. Big circle with your arms up. Bend the knees a little bit if you have any lower back issues. And exhale, lower the hands to the sides or right down the middle. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Open up and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up, bend the knees. And just walk into plank pose for this first one, first sun salutation. And if this is too difficult for you, touch the knees down just for 3 breaths. 1. 2. And then slowly lower down to the floor. So you can take a baby cobra pose, or if you're comfortable with upward facing dog. Lift up the chest, lift up the thighs, inhale, and then lift from the lower belly and pull back into downward facing dog, exhale. And take 5 breaths here, inhale, exhale, 1. And 2. 3. Feel the weight across the whole palm of the hand. 4. And look forward, walk or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, come up to standing. And open to the side, or take the hands down the middle if you prefer. And then flow right into Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the heart up. Plant the hands down, bend the knees, exhale, or jump back. To Chaturanga or to the mat. To Cobra or to Up Dog, inhale. And to Downward Facing Dog, exhale. We're going to get into the hips and shoulders. Inhale, come to plank pose. And exhale, lay down. And come into Sphinx pose once again. Actually, before we go into Sphinx, let the forehead come down and take the right knee straight up from your hip. So it's like you're in a half frog pose. This is a stretch for the psoas specifically. If you have sensitive knees, again, have a beach towel or a blanket handy, and you can of course pad under your knees. And then come up into Sphinx pose and just breathe here for about 30 seconds. You're trying the best you can to keep your hips level with the floor. So if the hip is really tight, it's going to pop up, and you just try to relax into it. And flex the foot to protect the knee a little bit more. And only if it feels good for you, you could lift the elbows up and do this more like a cobra. If it's too hard on the lower back, don't do it. It's about 40 seconds. Now, come on and lay down and take the left arm straight out to the side and turn the head to the right, just like I'm doing here. And bend your right elbow, and bend your left knee. Start to roll over onto your left side, and then just scoot the left knee up with the right. So it's almost like you're in a fetal position on your side, but you've got the left arm behind you, stretching the shoulder open. For a lot of people, this is going to be a lot. So stick with that. If you can go further, you might be able to take the right knee up towards the ceiling. You might be able, some of you, to take both feet up towards the ceiling. So my bottom half is almost like on the way to bridge pose, bridge prep. And then if you're able to, you might be able to take the second arm open. Take the second arm open and breathe, maybe even touching the fingers, but please don't force it. Just slow, steady, deep breaths. And then come back on the belly. And let the forehead come onto the hands. Take the left knee out to the side, straight out to the side in that frog pose. And then bring yourself up into Sphinx pose. So sternum up, gently pulling the sternum forward. Trying to keep the hips level. Softening into the back bend, softening into those hip flexors and the psoas muscle. And only if it feels okay on the back and useful, you might come up a little bit higher. exhale, come on down. And take the right arm to the right, turn the head to the left, bend the left elbow, bend the right knee. And just roll onto your right hip and scoot the right leg up with the left. So again, you're in a fetal position with the arms straight back. And this might be plenty. If you're already feeling this, you don't need to go any further. If you can go further, try taking the left leg up or both legs up, or add in the second arm. Steady, deep, even breaths. 20 more seconds. And the two sides might be very different from each other, so watch for that. And then come back on your belly. Take the hands by the ribs, peel your chest up off of the mat, inhale to cobra or up dog, and exhale, come into downward facing dog. And step the left foot forward, just turn around to the right. Take a nice wide forward bend, exhale, fold forward. And bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, stand up. We'll just get a couple more standing poses in and finish up. Turn the right leg sideways. And let the hips shift to the left. Reach out to the right for triangle pose. Let the right hand come down. Open up the left side. Bring the left wrist up over the shoulder. Looking straight ahead or looking up. So the hand can come onto the shin or the foot, or feel free to have a block handy, or if you have something you can use like a block handy, to try to get both sides of the waist long. And then inhale, come up to standing and switch. Turn the right leg in, turn the left leg sideways. Let the hips shift to the right, reach out to the left, taking the hand down to the shin or the foot, or onto a block. Trying to get both sides of the waist equally long, the wrist up over the shoulder, the gaze straight ahead or up, the legs active. And then inhale, come on up. And turn the feet parallel. So we're going to do a little more with the shoulders. Bring your left arm up. Let the elbow bend. And take the right arm down and up. So if you can grab your hands behind your back, you're going to do that. If you can't, put a strap in your top hand and reach up and grab the strap at the bottom hand. And inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take a forward bend for 10 breaths. Steady, even breaths. And finish the last exhale in the forward bend. Use the inhale to bring yourself up. Inhale, come all the way up. Keep that arm position, turn to face your right foot. So as I'm turning to my right leg, I'm cheating the right foot a little bit to the right. You can see I'm turning my back foot in. So I'm facing all the way around towards my right foot. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, start to take a forward bend here, leading with your left elbow. So the right shoulder is kind of pulling back, the left arm is coming forward. And then inhale, come on up, and we're going to go into revolved triangle pose, Parivrtta Trikonasana. So take the left arm forward, open the right arm up. So you're twisting in the opposite direction you did triangle pose. Grab a block if you think you might need it. And eventually the hand goes outside the foot, but if you can't get it there yet, inside is fine. So maybe you have it like this, the hand up on the block, shoulder over shoulder. Gradually, you'll work deeper into the pose, maybe the hand on the leg or onto the floor outside the foot. Try to stack the right shoulder over the left, the right wrist over the right shoulder. And look down, exhale. Inhale, come on up. Again, turn sideways, and this time take the right arm up, bend the elbow, and take the left arm down and up. And grab your strap, or grab your hands. Inhale and exhale, fold forward for 10 breaths. Deep, even breaths. And then inhale, come on up. Turn to face the left leg, and again you might need to cheat the left foot a little left. Make sure the back foot turns all the way inward like a 45-degree angle in. Inhale, lift, and exhale, facing towards your left leg, start to come forward. And inhale up, lead with the elbow. And release the hands, starting to move into the revolved triangle pose. Grab the block if you need it. So maybe start out with the block high inside the foot if the hamstrings are a little tighter. Eventually moving the hand outside the foot to the floor. Rooting the back foot, don't lose your back leg. Looking sideways or looking up. Trying to stack the left shoulder over the right. The left wrist over the shoulder. And look down, exhale. Use the inhale to come up. Rotate to the side. One more time, grab the hands behind you, so lots of shoulders in this class. Lift the chest, inhale. And bend forward. Give the shoulders a little stretch out here. Parivrtta Padottanasana. And then bend the knees. Lower the hips and lift the shoulders till your back is parallel to the floor. Reach the knuckles back and the forehead, the crown of the head forward. You can sway a little bit. So I call this Sumo wrestler stance, like a sumo, kind of sizing up your opponent. Deep squat. And then while you're doing this, just switch out the finger cross, the with the other hand on top like we've done a few other times today. Again, try to get your back parallel, try to drop the hips and the shoulders a little bit lower, and then straighten the legs and stretch up and over again with the other hand crossed on top. And then inhale, come up to standing. And step to the front of the mat. And take one more sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend forward. Inhale, come halfway up, part of the way up, step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. And you can walk forward and sit or hop to sit. And come back laying on your back again. We'll take a couple breaths here. See how things are feeling now with the knees bent. Elevate the hips for Bandha Sarangasana, bridge pose in shoulders down. Grab the hands beneath your back. See if you can work the upper arms in towards each other. So you open up the chest, open up the shoulders, ideally making a gap behind your upper back and the floor. So you're balancing on the back of the head and the back of the arms, and of course the feet. Breathe, chest up towards the chin. So you're maintaining the curve of the neck. And open up the shoulders just a little bit more. And then lift your heels, raise your hips up, open the arms up to the side. Tuck the tailbone under, and from the top of the spine, lower back down to the mat. Just uncurling. So long back. And then once the pelvis gets down, and the tailbone's lowered down, relax your back. And the last little thing we'll do before we take Shavasana, just give the knees a little squeeze. Bring the forehead up towards the knees one more time. Curl up into a little ball. And then just let everything go. Close the eyes, stretch out the arms. Stretch out the legs. If you're going to be chilly, grab yourself a sweater or cover yourself up with a blanket and give yourself at least 5 or 10 minutes for Shavasana. Namaste.